It's Monday. Today's going to be squats and bench press. I never did get a chance to work out on Friday. I know I said I would record if I had a chance to, but we're just too busy here with end of the year programs and graduation. Too much work to be done. Too many events that I had to run, so it never happened. So today is going to be my first workout since last Wednesday. We're going to start with warm-ups with just the bar at 45 pounds. Have to stretch out the shoulders. Again, I'm going to try with a slightly wider stance. First few reps are tough. Actually, first couple sets, trying to stretch out and get to depth. Actually gets a little easier as more weight goes on the bar. I had 25s. £95 for warm-up set number 2. Warm-up set number 3 at 135. I think you can see this, but last time somebody did that, they about fell on my head while I was benching. Because I didn't realize they had that clamp on top of the bar. 185 for 2. Still continue stretching the shoulders. $225 for 1. 315 for one. Feels a little bit more difficult with the wider stance than it does narrower, but then again, that's what I was used to. So anytime you do a change in form, there's a period where you have to adapt and you have to work back up to where you were. I haven't gone heavy in a while. It's been a while since I've had even 365 on the bar. So we're gonna try this. I had left off before I started having some issues with squat. I had done 405, maybe it was 3 or 4 times that I did 405. So I want to go to 365 today with the wider stance, which, like I said before, is a little bit harder than the narrower stance that I was using. Anytime you make a change in form, you're working the muscles a little bit different. And the exercise is going to be harder for a while until you get used to it and you adapt to it. Now, the other thing is, I believe, I'll have to look at the footage on these warm-up sets, but it looks to me like I'm getting a little bit better depth with the wider stance. It makes more room for your gut to go in between. If your legs are narrow, you get bound up. Like I can't even go any more than that. So I was with my heel shoulder width, and I think I was getting bound up there, but going just that little bit wider, like that, just about 2 more inches, and it's easier to get down deeper. Now, I'm used to not going quite to full depth, close to it, but not quite to full, so I have some mental stuff to unlearn and relearn about where proper depth is. And more than likely, as the weight gets heavier, or I get towards the end of a work set where it gets harder, I'm probably going to start cheating a little bit and maybe being an inch short of depth. But let's see how it goes. I'm going to attempt 365. Definitely felt harder, and it also feels a little bit awkward getting into that wide stance, which I think you could see in my foot positioning how I was off a little bit, because as I'm walking back, it's different and I have to get my feet wider. So I have to get into a routine of exactly how to do that. But 365 felt good. It's still hard. It's a lot of weight. For a 56-year-old, it didn't feel like it moved super fast, but not slow either. And it felt like I got better depth on it than what I had been, which would explain why it's a little bit harder to do also. That and the new stance. Got a 315 on the bar for a work set. and they're tiring. Will get you out of breath. Now, when that's it, I felt like I probably did cheat on a few of the reps and didn't get quite to depth. I'll see when I review the video. 225. This will be the first work set. The second work set will be at 215. That's going to be it for today. We'll be back on Wednesday for deadlifts and for back.